today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. It's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. And here comes a return from Jim. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 5 yards from the end zone, first and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The numbers for McCaffrey last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Now a handoff looking right. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They go play action with Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And his kick is indeed good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. And now here's a carry heading left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Lawrence. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. No problem there on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
2nd and 11 at the 41. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a...
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. He hasn't had his usual star-studded performance so far, but still the 2nd quarter, and they're still up on the scoreboard.
And sometimes even as a decoy, you can have a big impact on the game, and that's what...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Again, it's Lawrence. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. On play action, Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we come upon halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up 1st and 10. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Lawrence. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment.
Go now. Go. Jackrabbit. Come on. 60 Pittsburgh. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Five.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's got room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And to give this time to the tailback. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Oh, it bowls over him. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Flush to his right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Trevor Lawrence, 25 yards to the house. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's so tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. He'll return it from the 6. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the screen pass.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Trying to lay one up deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Atlanta regains possession of the football. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over a jump.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard
touchdown, Falcons. Dalton Schultz, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. The extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Thus far, he's been quite the dual threat. Touchdown on the ground, another through the air. He's just so versatile, isn't he?
He is, and he's exactly what I think we're looking for in the NFL now out of the running back position. Guys who can do everything running it, but also act as receivers. And I don't just mean, you know, the stopgap guys. I don't mean safety valve. I'm talking about big-time parts of it, whether they're going to split out, whether they're going to swing out of the backfield. Sometimes they act like a true wide receiver, and he's having that type of a game in this one.
It'll be interesting to see if he can keep it going in both phases. Let's see. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 149 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run with McCaffrey. Dances by him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. On the ground, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Go now. 90, Wolf. Screen. Out 61. Matchbox lights. Golf. Golf. Mike 50. Mike 50. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Go.
Here's Lawrence. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass.